just like these coronavirus numbers. I mean, bullshit. Sorry.
Is it bullshit? I mean, those coronavirus numbers are bullshit, bro.
It's all bullshit. All of it. It's all just a game. People like still live in the Matrix and they think this shit is real. They think that what they see on the TV when they're watching the news is real. No, it's not real. You're being brainwashed. You're made to think that this is real life, and it's not. That's the way it is.
So what do you think Trump's gonna do about this?
I don't know what he can do. That's the thing. That's what I'm kind of like, I don't even know. I don't know. Like, can he sue them? Take it to the Supreme Court? Are they going to have to do like a recount of every single, which will take how long? How long would that take for them to like verify every single vote, count every single vote? I mean, I was just watching a video right before you called. This guy like he worked for like the post office, and they were getting orders from his supervisor to sort out this mail and to put stamps on it that showed yesterday's date being November 3rd. And there's like just so much stuff going on. It's just ridiculous.
But what about the results of Georgia and Georgia and Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
I mean, can you just are you disputing those results though?
I don't know enough about those states to.
I do. I mean, we were watching an election night, remember? And did you see Trump up in Pennsylvania by a lot? And then you saw Trump up in Georgia by a lot. And then you know what you saw? Those mail-in ballots. That's what I'm seeing. I mean, maybe they counted the ones on the days first.
You heard that they found a box full of them, right? It was 100,000 uncounted ballots, and they were all for Joe Biden.
They were all for Joe Biden?
Not one single ballot was for Donald Trump. If they were smart, they would at least give Trump a few. But no, they were all for Joe Biden. How convenient.
Where was this?
I don't even know if I care anymore, Thomas, honestly. I mean, how can you? Like, this is like, you're talking about the most... Oh, no, I could look it up. Honestly, it's like...
I understand you're upset, bro.
It's almost comical at this point. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's sad. It's sad. But
I mean,
man, America, land of the free, huh? Home of the brave.
Land of the stay-at-homes, bro. Land of the stay-at-homes.
You want to talk about messing up the sanctity of our election? I mean, it's been done.
I mean, it was done a long time ago. It was done in 2000. The Supreme Court gave Bush the fucking election. That's when it was done. I mean, we're not free. We're scared. We're voting on fear. I don't know if you saw the live stream that I did earlier this morning, but I felt something was going to happen today. I don't even think this is the extent of it, honestly. I felt a great disturbance in the force. Let's just put it that way.
2000, what's happening now is, I mean, nothing is like what's been happening like these last 4 years. Like, more's happened in these last 4 years than I can remember being alive. Like, it's just crazy.
Yeah. It is crazy.
Trump ruffled the feathers.
I was watching.
He woke up the beast. He woke up the big giant, the big sleeping giant, and he didn't like that very much. So this is the pushback for all the shit that Trump's done in 4 years.
Yeah, the conventional wisdom and the social norms, man, it's been destroyed. I was watching the neoliberals.
Do we think that they would actually report that Trump won all 50 states? Like,
I don't think anybody could win all 50 states, honestly. We're too polarized for that.
But I'm just saying, like, do we actually believe that these results that we're seeing on our screen are actually, like, real, truthful results? I don't believe it for a second. And now I'm hearing all this stuff. I'm not even, like, really, like, digging that deep into it. I'm just, like, constantly hearing, like, stuff coming out every single day. Like, Trump's already suing, like, 4 states. Like, all this voter fraud, all these ballots are showing up. They've got dead people voting. They've got people who are married who are getting like the mail-in ballots. They're getting like 2 of them. This lady was like intimidated. She was at some press conference like they were showing the other day. She was like all intimidated by someone like to not vote, or they were like something having to do with like Sharpies. Like they were using Sharpies and then they switched out the other paper.
I heard about that too. I'm
just like
Sharpies.
Like,
what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't even know. I'm just like,
yeah. So
Biden.
I wonder what the Turks are saying. I'm gonna definitely be watching them in a second.
What's that?
I wonder what the young Turks are saying right now.
I haven't seen them in so long. I don't even know what they stand on anymore. Like, are they? You know what I mean? Like, are they like real pro Biden or?
No, nobody's pro Biden. This was a vote. This is a vote out of fear. The fear mongering from the. Dude, watch my live stream this morning. It was even after when I realized that Joe Biden was up in Georgia. I was watching The View, and Sunny Hostin. She literally she didn't shame Trump. She went directly to the voters of Trump, and she had some words for them. It's on my live stream. And she literally said they were un-American and borderline racists, and they should be taken out of this country. They should be taken on the wall. They should be put on the wall, like on The Handmaid's Tale. But but this is a vote against fascism. Joe Biden's vote against fascism now. You know what I'm saying? Even though they're literally want to string up conservatives, censor their speeches, and fucking like hang them on the fucking Handmaid's Tale wall. This is still a vote against fascism. So
this is what they do. They say that you're exactly what they're portraying.
Yeah. Like Sunny Hostin is a witch. She's even worse than fucking what's his name from Turning Point USA, Charlie Kirk. Dude, if I got in a room with Sunny Hostin, it would be hard for me not to attack her, honestly. So I hope I don't ever do that.
Yeah. What does the Bible say? We are to love our enemies.
Yeah. See, she's not just an enemy; she's a puppet, though. I don't feel like she has a soul. Like if humans have souls, do these people have souls, or maybe they're just empty, like Nancy Pelosi?
Biden's going to address the nation tonight.
Yeah, he's gonna accept victory. Man. Come on, man, you know the thing.
He already did that too. He was already like, kind of. Oh, it looks like we got the numbers to win, and he's kind of already given like his acceptance speech in a way. This was like a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Dude, they're it's like, it's so obvious. I get it, I get the whole, like, it's not a vote for Biden, it's a vote against Trump. I get all that. But after everything that's happened these last 4 years, for someone to really think that this is a legitimate election result, these are legitimate election results, I'm perplexed by that.
I'm perplexed by the fact that people think it's a vote against fascism when these people literally locked us in our homes. Like, wow. The what do you call it? What do you call that? The cognitive dissonance? I don't know what it's called.
That sounds right.
It's just it's interesting. How is this a vote against fascism? Nobody ever tells me that. And how is Trump so bad?
For the longest time, I mean, well, not for the longest time, but for a while, I didn't really, I wasn't paying as much attention, I guess, obviously now it's like, it's everywhere, but back then, like when they would say like Trump's a racist, he's a this and that, I kind of heard that and I didn't like necessarily believe it, but I didn't like not believe it because of the things he would say. I just kind of be like, oh, it's kind of interesting. Why would he say there's good people on both sides? Like, I don't really get that. But then, later kind of find out that they took that out of context. They completely took it out of context, to fit their narrative. So
they did. Completely.
It's like you kind of realize, oh, you know what? Maybe he's not a racist. Maybe stuff he says, gotta really listen to everything he says, not just some little clip that CNN puts on.
Well, the thing that really opened my eyes was the fake Russiagate scandal that backfired completely on them and Joe Biden, revealing Hunter and Burisma, Then they tried to impeach him for that. They couldn't impeach him because they wrote 2 stupid little articles of impeachment because all the rest of it they did already. They did. So they couldn't get him on anything else because they're already corrupt as fuck. And that was weird. Then they tried to impeach him. Tulsi, she fucking said present, like you guys are fucking insane. And they try to get her out. This is a cancel culture mentality. Listen, literally, if this isn't fascism, what is? Like, you attack a congresswoman for just like having anybody who has principles or values that really does, you are canceled for real. It's no matter what side you're on. What side you're on.
Do you know what this could be leading to? Like, this would be the perfect beginning to like a movie or something. Or no, season 1, the end of season 1. This would be like the perfect ending to the end of season 1 for a show.
I mean, this is already the flashbacks of The Handmaid's Tale. This is already how it happens in The Handmaid's Tale.
This is literally leading up to a civil war. Like, no joke. What is going on is leading to a civil war. Like, I mean, I feel like I'm pretty calm about the whole thing because it's like, at this point, I'm just not surprised. I'm just like, it's not surprising what happened, But what is surprising is that some people actually really believe it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's very many though.
You got Trevor Noah talking about it. You got Sonny Hostin, who's attacking Trump supporters. You have Stephen Colbert. Stephen Colbert cried. He cried last night and said it broke his heart. You got all these actors acting, dude.
Oh, he was crying because Biden won?
No, he was crying because Trump was trying to fight it.
Oh.
He said it breaks his heart.
Like laughing crying?
No, dude, just watch it. He looks legit crying, but he's an actor, and I know he's not. It was real. It was Oscar award.
And these people are puppets. They're smart, so they know it's BS. But I mean, yeah, like you said, they're puppets. They're actors, so they're gonna read their lines and say what they need to say. But they're not stupid, so they know what's going on. They know these are dirty people, so they're part of it too. Part of the problem. Colbert went to Epstein Island apparently quite a few times. So.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Dude, all these people are in bed with each other. So is Jimmy Kimmel. He was another one. There's a lot of people.
What's going on with Epstein Island? What's going on with Ghislaine Maxwell? Have we even heard about that shit since this happened? Election?
No. Apparently she did admit that she saw Bill Clinton on the island, though.
Duh.
But
that was pretty much his island.
But the media didn't say anything about that. They didn't touch it.
I mean, the only thing that matters is Trump's a racist. That's the only thing that matters, bro.
Hey, if it wins him the election, Trump's a racist. He's a bigot. He's a misogynist. He's against LGBTQ rights. Okay. He's, say what you want to say about him. As long as it wins him the election, he's everything. Yeah. He's anything and everything.
Meanwhile, Joe Biden literally did DOMA, Defensive Marriage Act. Joe Biden literally locked up half of the Black African American race. Joe Biden literally sent people to Iraq to die. Joe Biden literally was in bed with the credit card industry, Wall Street, the banks, and the military-industrial complex. Joe Biden literally took his son, his drug-addicted son, who's exploited him, and sent him to Ukraine to do his bidding. Joe Biden literally did all of the things they're accusing Trump of doing. Joe Biden literally interfered with the fucking elections. Joe Biden literally did espionage and fucking worked with foreign countries to fucking to influence our elections. Joe Biden literally did all of these things. It's documented, and nothing to see here though. Trump's a racist. Joe Biden literally set up the next president of the United States with a phony Russia scandal. Oh my God. But Trump's a racist though. So remember that Trevor Noah, he says that. And he's pretty smart. He's from South Africa. He knows it all.
it's a dirty swamp. So I mean, is this kind of how it goes? You know, like, is this how our elections are going to be? I mean, this feels like third world country type of shit. Like
it's all coming back to us. Honestly, we have been controlling elections from third world countries forever. We tried to do a coup in Venezuela a few years ago.
It's true too.
And Trump did that, Micah. Just so you know, Trump tried to do a coup in Venezuela. He backed off of it, but he tried to do it. He tried to set up a new president. They didn't like it. So, and it was on his watch. He was the president, so it was him. So honestly, I know that you like Trump a lot. I'm just being objective though, like me. He did some bad stuff too. Took out the second in command in Iran, Soleimani. He's not completely innocent.
That's still kind of I'm still kind of confused as far as why you wouldn't be okay with that.
Oh, because that's some other country. Okay, so what if someone came in and just assassinated Mike Pence? What would you do?
Yeah. What if?
What would you do if someone just shot Mike Pence in the fucking neck one day and just walked away? Would you be okay with that?
Does Mike Pence have? Well, okay. You're saying it like that, so obviously, like, no, we wouldn't be okay with that.
Okay.
But at the same time, I mean, you're talking about someone who has a lot of blood on their hands.
I mean, we all, Micah, come on, bro.
I know. Like, when you're talking politics, everyone's got blood on their hands, right?
Yes.
But I mean, maybe I'm just being naive because I don't know a whole lot about this Soleimani guy. This was the guy that killed in January, right?
Yeah.
That was Soleimani. Yeah, and like everyone got upset. I
mean, wouldn't you? Like I said, if the shoe was on the other foot, wouldn't you be upset?
He apparently was, and I know because you're talking about like the president and things like that. But I mean, apparently he was responsible for like over 600 deaths of like I think it was top military types.
Well, that fails in comparison to Mike Pence's deaths in HIV in Indiana. Mike Pence killed way more people in Indiana than 600 with his clean needles with his cutting of the clean needles program and stuff. So I'm just saying, like, you know, it's just they're all horrible people, all of them. So that's just my thing.
So you wouldn't be okay with like the U.S. taking out any like, foreign leaders?
Neither would the founding fathers. They said to be isolationists. Remember, they wouldn't be okay with this. They'd be like, "Get my musket, Jefferson." This is fucking. We're now tyrants. Now we're the tyrants. Like, this is what the redcoats used to do to us. They used to literally go into the cottages of the colonials and just live there, set up shop, like we're doing, occupying people. So the founding fathers wouldn't like it at all, and I don't like it either. So that's just I'm just saying. I don't like it. I will never like it, no matter what the circumstances are. We should leave them the fuck alone, and we should deal with our own country and the poverty. You know, 8 million people went into the poverty when during the coronavirus lockdown. Now, to this day, people are going through evictions. People can't afford their rent, their car notes, and meanwhile, we're in other countries right now trying to do coups, trying to arm rebels. The CIA, our CIA, bro, is going insane, and they have not stopped. Okay, and you know what scares me most of all about this Joe Biden thing? You're not going to hear a goddamn thing about that now. Okay? You heard it all. You heard about the kids in cages. You heard about the separation. You heard about the coup in Venezuela. You heard about all of that during Trump. Now, all the white liberals are going to bed. Good night. Have a great night. The Hispanics, they're on their own. The African Americans, you're on your own. The white liberals are all at brunch now. And we're not going to hear a goddamn thing about any of this anymore. It's all going to be under lock and key now. So we're going to go back to that. We're going to go back to the Obama era, where Obama gassed Native Americans at Standing Rock, tried to build a pipeline through their fucking native lands, and fucking cracked the heads of peaceful protesters, expanded the military budget, and took the CIA and the FBI and literally tried to do a surveillance program and store our metadata. And we didn't hear a damn thing about it. The white liberals are going to bed. Night-night. Good night. Decorum, conventional wisdom, social norms. It's all going to be like that again. So that sucks. I like the good old, I like now, where if Trump farts, we hear about it. I like that shit. Okay? That means we're awake. We're going to go to bed now. Night-night. So that sucks.
Not gonna hear another thing about Hunter, that's for sure.
Nope. Nah. Doesn't matter anymore. Doesn't matter anymore, bro.
Where'd it go?
Yeah, exactly. Where'd he go? Yo, just like Joe Biden. Did you hear Joe Biden disappeared? His campaign didn't know where he was. He literally disappeared. They tried to find him. And when they found him, he was in Virginia eating ice cream. He didn't even know he was disappeared. This is a true story.
He's got dementia, man. It's bad.
So this is the puppet they want.
Alzheimer's and whatever is going on. Apparently, he's had like a lot of brain surgeries. I didn't know that, but that's what I heard.
Oh, he had a lot of fucking neck and nose surgery too. He had a lot of neck and nose and cheekbone surgery. Hi, I'm Joe Biden. You know the thing. So Mark Zuckerberg and Jack Dorsey have won another round. These are the things that make me sad. The technocrats, bro, they have won big time. The technocrats have won. Military-industrial complex has won. Wall Street has won. Goldman Sachs has won. Jamie Dimon's won. Black people, no. Hispanics, no. You and me, no. Regular people, no.
This would be a big one for Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton's won, bro. She's been vindicated now.
This would be a big win for anyone who's like deep state, a lot of shit coming out kind of thing, you know. Obama, it's a big win for Obama.
Obama's won. His legacy is now back intact. The deporter-in-chief's legacy is back.
That far, but, Biden hasn't won yet, but I mean, that's why I'm just like, I don't know how this plays out because I can't see Trump just conceding.
I can't either. He's a fighter.
There's just too much.
Stubborn as fuck
too much fraud going on. So how do we? Are we just going to be in this mess for?
I'm gonna say months. I'm gonna say months, bro.
Like Alex Jones said, he was like 79 days of hell, like until from the election until the inauguration. Will that happen? I don't know. But,
I mean, do you think do you think the inauguration is going to happen on January 9th, like always? I don't know about that.
I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, Thomas.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at right now. I just don't even know what's happening anymore. But,
well, we're all in this together.
This is unprecedented. Unprecedented times that we're living in. But yeah, I don't see Trump. This, like I said, this could go to the courts. I don't see how it doesn't go to the Supreme Court at this point. But how do you sort through this mess? I don't know. It seems like such a mess. And Biden's just like, oh, looks like I won. Okay, let's go ahead and get me in. Nothing to see here. Let's.
I mean, if he goes to the court, he's got a good chance of. What are they going to do? What is the court going to do if Joe Biden has 305 electoral votes? Though, that's what I'm saying. If it turns out not to be close, because these two, Pennsylvania and Georgia, like the counts have not, but the counts have not completed. So I don't want to call this. I really don't want to call this, but everybody's calling it right now. Everybody's calling for Joe.
These things that they're counting, like
these votes. Yeah.
So these are. That's what I'm saying. Like, we are just going to go ahead and believe that. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's really going to be like once I see Trump actually, throwing the towel. But I mean, before then, I mean, how much of these, votes that they're counting? How do we even know that they're legitimate?
That's a good point. I mean, if they just found him somewhere.
This is the definition of a shit show, Thomas. This is an absolute shit show. This election.
It's been a shit show since it started, bro. the coalescing. Since they coalesced around a neoliberal in the Democratic primaries, it's been a shit show. Since fucking all the neoliberals dropped out on Super Tuesday and supported Joe Biden, it's been a shit show.
Who did Tulsi back again?
I mean, Tulsi stayed in after Bernie, but then when she got wrecked, she decided she's a Democrat, bro. I mean, how much more can you take if you're a Democrat? You're talking about massive pressure. So she endorsed Joe Biden. I watch her all the time, though. She never talks about Joe Biden. She only talks about whistleblowers and the divisive rhetoric and how it needs to stop. She only focuses on positive things.
She's probably grinding her teeth, like, endorsing Joe Biden.
Yeah, because ever since then, she never fucking talked about him again. She didn't campaign for him. Bernie, meanwhile, the king cuck. All right, after this, we're going to do Medicare for all. A great new deal. Okay, cuck. Way to go, guys. You did your part. Now you're done. We don't need you anymore. You're no longer needed, cucks.
AOC was still backing him, too.
AOC, to give her credit, she took a long time to be a cuck. Okay, Bernie jumped right into the cuck fucking pool. Okay, but AOC took a little bit. I'm sure Nancy had to sit her down again and remember we're gonna primary your ass. You don't do that shit. Now the Democrats are talking about replacing Nancy Pelosi, though. So that's cool.
I think they should just put Trump in a ring, boxing ring, put old Joe Biden in there, you know. Put it on pay-per-view, charge like $500, $1,000.
So you're talking about a real Hunger Games. That's tight. Let's do it.
And no headgear or anything like that. Just, you know, just have him throw on the gloves and let him go at it for like 10 rounds.
Now, Joe Biden was an athlete. Remember, when he raped Tara Reid, he was a top form, bro, because he was like an athlete in college. Joe Biden.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, he was a swimmer in the Delaware. So, you know, that's why he thought Tara Reid should have loved him. Stuff.
Man. Well, I gotta go, but don't call it just yet. Well, I mean, you can call it, but you know.
You convinced me not to. By the way, I've been doing a live stream this whole time because I
nice. Well, you could call it. I mean, because it sounds like everyone's gonna kind of call it. You know, Joe Biden's gonna speak tonight. You know, it sounds like he's probably gonna give like an acceptance speech and all that stuff. But I mean, when the dust completely settles, like what's gonna happen? That's where I'm like, I don't know what's gonna happen from here.
Well,
I feel like it'll go to the Supreme Court eventually. Like something's gonna have to happen to where it's like goes to Supreme Court, or you know, I don't know. It's like, how do you navigate through all this? You know.
I understand, and I asked the same question. Right now, Tommy Nation Politics will not call the election. I will not.
Fake news. Joe Biden didn't win. It's fake news.
But according to the counts of the mainstream media, which have always lied and failed us at every turn, which is why you convinced me. I already have that in my head. And now talking to you, I'm kind of convinced. I'm not going to call this election yet. We're going to wait until it's final.
I mean, he's what?
The Turks are on calling it. Kyle Kalinski's calling it. David Pakman's calling it. I'm sure Joe Rogan's even calling it, but I guess we're not going to call it.
Well, I mean, it's kind of easy to call at this point, right? It's like 264 to 212 or something like that. That's what Fox News is showing.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I guess I don't know. I guess it could turn, but I don't see it turning. But, yeah, man. Let's get Judge Judy in here.
Put your listening ears on, people. Don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining. Now, she like Bloomberg. Talk about a psychopath. But okay. Well, Micah, thank you for talking. And you got some good insight. I got most of your good insight out here. Thanks. I love you, bro. We'll be okay. Our eyes are open. So we know it's about to happen. The Handmaid's Tale. It's about to happen. So we better for day one, the real left better get on Joe Biden's ass. Because I hope you're not stupid enough to really think Joe Biden's gonna do Medicare for all and a Green New Deal and all the shit that you lied about this whole time. He's not. He's gonna do the exact opposite. Exact opposite. You were all liars. So just so you know that, I wouldn't take my fucking eyes off of Joe Biden in a second. You better watch your criminal, warmonger, corrupt neoliberal. Because he is even more. He's more savage than a pit bull or a Doberman. This guy is a savage, lying, corrupt piece of shit. Don't take your eyes off him. Don't do it.
He's gonna have so many people's hands up his ass, telling him what to say.
Watch him. Keep him on a leash.
Controlling him.
Keep your dog on a leash, guys. Watch him. Tommy Nation Politics.